You are now entering the world of a movie review. A world full of drama, joy, ridicule, movie spoilers, unpopular opinions, and adult humor for as far as the eye can see. Welcome to an evening at the movies.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to everybody's favorite movie podcast. This is Eating at the Movies, the podcast where we eat stale popcorn, we drink the watered down sodas, and we just all our favorite movies and why we love them. And
You are
of
very
course,
choppy, sir.
we have my freaking Wi-Fi is being a little pain in the ass right now. So I agree 100%. So,
What an asshole.
if you couldn't tell, we are here. We have all of the movie hosts with us tonight. We have Amanda is here. Welcome back, co-host.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
And as well, we have Miss Shana Banana.
Hello, everybody.
Yay!
Woo woo.
Pow pow. Anybody seen Couples Retreat? He's like bang bang, so pow pow. Okay, sorry.
And we have a very special guest with us tonight as well, because, well, when this episode releases, it is officially his birthday. It is his 25th birthday. Not 49th birthday. 25th. But
Not the 49.
we are joined by one of... damn it. We are joined by one of the original members of the I Did Not Make These Rankings podcast. Well, I will let him introduce himself and what all he's about, because he is for life. He is the one and only. He is Harvandre himself.
Allow
back,
himself to introduce himself.
I know. First of all, why am I, Shana? I don't know what you're wearing. Why am I the only one wearing the shirt for the show? Like, what is going on?
I don't have one.
Dude.
You're a for real fan.
Okay. Cool.
I got my Great Pumpkin Believer shirt on.
I like it. I like the shirts, but I'm repping.
You're smarter than me.
Yeah. Stop it.
Coordinated.
Either way, I am introducing myself as the guy that Kasey was introducing, but he stopped. So let me finish it. I am Harvey, the host of Surprise the podcast and co-host of Love is Black, the podcast that I host with the hot wife, Kasey. And like the man Kasey said, an original member of the I Did Not Make These Rankings podcast network. We are a group of ragtag people who like to talk about movies or love or drafts or crushes or
murders
or murders. Yes.
Murder.
We run the gamut when it comes to random podcast subjects. But this particular episode, look at that. The man put his own shirt on. About time.
Not a girl.
About time. There you go. You're so pretty. Look how tight that shirt looks on you, buddy. Look at
Twinsies.
You. Showing off the goods. Look at you. You're right. Either way, this episode.
Show us your boobs.
This T-shirt thing reminds me. And you guys seen PCU?
Yes.
Yes, I love
one of my favorites.
It reminds me when he's talking to what he was like, you're that guy. Don't be that guy. The guy who wears the band's T-shirt to their concert. And then
or like can't hardly wait. He's like, you can't wear the shirt of the band you're in. And he was like, I'm gonna put on this cowboy hat.
I'll change it up. But it's been a little while since I've been here. So.
You can totally wear the shirt of the podcast that you host. I am fully in agreement with that.
Well, that
called self-promotion.
Damn right. With that said,
well,
I get to come back and
we are definitely all about the shameless.
Go ahead.
You haven't been here since Midsummer, so
yeah, that's true. I needed time to recover. The movie is still crazy. But we're
Yeah.
going to talk about something which is the complete opposite. It's not crazy. It's funny, and I will allow the host to introduce it. And I'm all about talking about this.
Well, so before I do that, I have one thing else I need to address before we move on to the name of the movie we're discussing. So,
Hi,
with all
this
that
is
said,
Kendra, the host of Crushgasm, here to wish Harvey from Love is Black and Men Are the Prize the happiest of birthdays. What is this? Your 79th, 85th? I don't know, but with age comes the one thing you have above all of us, wisdom. Happy birthday, Harvey.
So I guess I'm saying happy birthday to one of the oldest people I know. Yeah, I said it. I say it again. Happy birthday, Harvey. Hope you're having a good show. And on behalf of the I Now Make the Rankings Podcast Network, thank you for everything. Everything you do, all the guidance, all the funness. You're a good person, a good man. Thank you so much. Happy birthday.
Yes, I am actually 84 years old. Everybody got the number wrong.
Kendra and Dre talking about old, like they aren't going to be where we are someday. Like, you know what? Y'all can kick rocks.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
Thank
but-
you. Thanks for the well
Well,
wishes.
we're not done because I'm doing
Yeah.
mine live and on the fly.
Me too.
I know. Sit down. Jump back. No.
Lean back. Lean back.
I am one of the newest, well, I am the newest member of the I Do Not Make These Podcast Rankings Network. And I actually was with a show with you before all of this started. So we've known each other since I first started my podcasting endeavors. And you have always been like one of my biggest supporters, telling me, get out there, go have fun, go do what you love. You are kind of like the glue that holds our little misfit island of toys together. So I love you and thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. I
You're our
appreciate the
Yoda.
love. Thank you, Banana.
You're
so
welcome.
cool. Yes. That's so nice. If I were the type to show emotion and cry, I would do it.
One of these days, we're going to make you cry. Like, it's going to happen. But I'm not going to make you cry with my message. I'm going to do the thing that I do for everybody. Because I could say a lot of sappy stuff, and well, actually, maybe I might. I'm very glad that we know each other. I'm glad that this network brought us together, and I appreciate you. And I think you're just one of the coolest people I know. And yeah, you're like, I don't want to say the dad of the group because Kasey and I are literally your same age, but maybe a year younger. But I just feel like Shana said, you are like the patriarch of us. You're like the one that's like, hey, calm your tits, man, or whatever.
You're definitely the fuck them kids guy.
Fuck them kids, right? I'm totally with Harvey on that.
Yes.
But what I really want to say to you, Harvey, say it's your birthday. My birthday to you. We're gonna have a good time. I'm glad it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. That's
Thank
what
a
everybody
remix.
gets because it's the best birthday song. It's way better than Happy Birthday. Although I will say, Dre's Stevie Wonder Happy Birthday song is pretty good too.
That's a good stat. I agree.
When he sent me that on my birthday, I was like, oh.
Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate the love. Thank
Love
you so
you.
much.
And last but not least, we have one more. And from your last host on the show, thank you for being the friend that you are. Thank you for being the glue that holds us all together. For being for life. For being the voice of reason when sometimes I don't always have calm and rational thoughts coming out of my mouth.
No.
I appreciate you. You are the best. You are for life. happy birthday, and just know I'm right behind you, and everybody else in my family's packing my shit and getting ready to ship me off to the active adult community.
With organized events and trivia.
I think we have a missed opportunity right now to create our own active adults community.
I guess.
Well, I mean, Kendra and Dre aren't going to want to accept the fact that
they'd have to come work there. Anyway, they can't live there for a while.
Yeah, they could, but they could run it.
We are dietary aids.
Oh no!
Sneak us in the booze and the weed.
Yeah.
and the candy and the.
They could get us girls and boys and whatever else we want.
Oh my god!
They could. I don't want any girls and boys, you creeper.
Hey. Don't knock it till you try it.
I'm not here to yuck your yum, but ew.
Allow me to say I'm knocking it. I don't like dudes like that. So, yes, strictly the ladies. That's just my personal
I meant ladies for the guys and men for the women because none of us swing that way. But if you do, there's nothing wrong with that. But that's what I meant.
Do you? But if you're a dude, don't do me. That's what I'm saying. That's what it is.
If you're a dude, don't do me.
Please don't do me.
You do you, but not me.
Oh my god.
Please don't cleave me. That was a good segue, Kasey.
Yes, do it.
That actually was a very good segue. So, for those of you who did not pick up on the segue, we are here because the typical tradition on An Evening at the Movies is our guest on their birthday get to pick the movie that we discuss on their birthday episode. And Harvey picked a incredibly classic movie that I think we're all going to enjoy discussing.
Yep.
I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off and say we're here to discuss So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Woman.
Rip it off.
Yes.
Whoa, man. Whoa, man. Did she steal my cat?
We weren't. We were not getting through the intro without the woman.
No, that's just part of it. Oh, that's part of it. Oh, the bad poetry? That's great.
Especially when the guy's like, oh, you're going to do that woman thing.
She's a klepto. To this day, I still don't know where my cat is.
How much do we love Anthony LaPaglia? I love him so much.
Oh, he's hilarious. He's hilarious.
This and Empire Records just sealed him in my heart.
That's true.
I liked him when Without a Trace too.
Well, yeah.
The poor man's Huggy Bear.
The poor man's Huggy Bear.
You look like a cop trying to dress undercover, but you're really a cop. He's like, I am a cop trying to dress like I'm undercover and look cool.
Oh my god! It was so much fun just watching. I watched it earlier today, and it was just funny, just like so good.
With movies like this, you forget how funny they are. Like when you think back on them, you're like, okay, yeah, I remember that being funny. But then when you haven't watched it in a while, then you sit down and watch it, you're like, oh my gosh, this is the best.
Well, and I haven't. When I was in my early 20s, like 22 to 24, I had a roommate and we both, just loved this whole genre of these movies. So we had So I Married an Axe Murderer and Tommy Boy and Billy Madison and all of these kind of group of SNL people that were big at the time. We had all these movies on repeat. So we walked around all the time quoting this movie, quoting Tommy Boy, quoting Billy Madison, quoting Happy Gilmore. And I have such fond memories of it, but I haven't watched it in a while, like you said. And I was like, man, I was messaging Kasey. I was like, oh my God, I used to say this all the time and I haven't said it in a while because honestly, my husband doesn't really care for this movie that much. He thinks it's fine, but it's not like, me and my friend Joni watching it every single day while we're getting ready to go to the bar.
Well, nobody's perfect. So that's George's vice, that he does not appreciate this movie. And it's okay, George. I like you anyway. Yeah. But honestly, what the frick?
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, I mean,
Whoa,
George,
man.
George,
Go ahead, Kasey.
George is a fine aficionado of Clue, so we can't necessarily fault it for that.
Mm.
So he does
The
have
fluff
at
we
least a
can't.
little bit of a bonus. We can't 100% fault him. He gets a little bit of credit, but not a lot of credit.
Yeah.
Do what I want.
Before we get into the deep part of the discussion, just so everybody knows, So I Married an Axe Murderer released on July 30th, 1993. So the movie literally just turned 30 years old.
Wow.
It was directed by Thomas
Shalami.
Shalami.
Tommy Shalami. He was also
Tommy
the-
Shalami.
He was also one of the directors of The West Wing.
Can we just call him Tommy Salami?
Really?
I'm sure he's heard it. Tommy Shalami is one of the big time name on The West Wing.
I mean, I really felt like I was going to butcher that, but then, I feel vindicated with Harvey, reinforcing that's what it is, Tommy Shalami. And it's like
if you combine schlong and salami.
Shalami.
That sounds delicious. I'd like a salami sandwich, please.
Not the shalami.
No, not the no. No, not the shalami.
Oh,
I want
man.
haggis.
Um,
I want haggis.
This is my
Where's
friend.
the haggis?
No,
This is my friend Tommy Shalami and his
Again,
brother
this-
Tony Baloney.
oh my God.
My baloney has
This
a
is what
first
happens
name.
when An Evening at the Movies is proudly brought to you by Oscar Mayer Baloney.
Yes, please. I need a
Because
word
our
list in my
baloney
life.
does have a first name.
It's
Tony.
Tommy.
No,
It's
Tony-
Tommy.
Tommy is the salami. Tony is the baloney.
All right. Well, whatever. I just
Oh,
want my weenie
man.
whistle.
And then there's Pam Ham.
Pam.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
All right, so moving along, TriStar Pictures released the movie. It had a $20 million budget and only
Wow.
made a whopping $11.5 million in the box office.
I would like to mention that I contributed to its box office numbers by going to the theater when I was 13 years old and seeing this.
Very good. Very good.
I did not
I
see
was-
this in a
I
theater.
think I saw it like 3 times in the theater.
I was 13 years old in this movie. Oh,
Wait,
Mom.
really?
thank you for-
I was
I was a latchkey kid.
So I didn't see
I
this
was
movie
16
till
when I saw it, but I'm not.
Go ahead. Go.
I'm sorry.
Good talking.
I'm just. I saw it 3 times in the movie theater only because, and it's not because I had, I was not looking for a quality movie to watch. Like I told the girls earlier, I had a freaking crush on Nancy Travis when I was a kid, and otherwise known as the wife. So,
Harriet.
yeah, 3 times. So, really quick, rapid fire guessing. Who would like to take the first guess at what the Rotten Tomato meter gave So I Married an Axe Murderer?
I'm going to say 61.
Let's go birthday boy.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Sure. No, Amanda's good.
Premature evacuation.
Birthday boy, you can go next.
Fuck them at Rotten Tomatoes. I will go with a 42.
And Shana?
I'm going with the birthday boy's age, 49.
Nice.
And Amanda just got prices right.
Ooh.
Oh.
What was your guess, Amanda?
61.
And Shana, yours was
49.
49.
49.
Mhm.
Technically, Amanda was over, but Shana was under. So Shana is
Are you
closest
Italy
at
now?
49%.
What was it?
53%.
Nice. Good job. Good job.
I mean, it's not. I've seen a lot worse scores come off of Rotten Tomatoes, but I don't feel like this is a 53% movie.
The problem with Rotten Tomatoes, and I mean, really any of these, IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, what's the one with the little green weird thing? I don't remember, but is that you're not getting these when the movie came out. You're getting them as somebody who's watching. If I'm watching So I Married an Axe Murderer for the first time in 2023, I'm not giving it the same ranking I gave it when I watched it in my 20s, because it's just not the same. And so nostalgia plays a factor, humor at the time plays a factor, actors of the time. So I think those rankings are just stupid and irrelevant, because it really depends on who is watching it at what stage in their life and what stage the movie came out. So fuck Rotten Tomatoes.
Right.
Fuck
And
off.
you have a lot of the kids too. Yeah, fuck them kids. A lot of the kids will watch the movie and they'll be like, this is old. I don't like it. And they don't appreciate it for what it is. So, I know we say fuck Rotten Tomatoes, but we need to also add to that fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
And humor
Well-
changes. Like, that's just life. That's the way it is.
Agreed.
Well, and here's the other point, though, too, because, like, I will say this, that 53% is with, I believe, 32 reviews. So,
Oh.
with it being such a small number of reviews out there, all it takes is one or two bad reviews, and that score is going to go.
Well, then I'm going to go rate it and I'm going to bump
Oh.
that
Me
review the
too.
fuck up.
Yeah.
This is a movie that gets slept on for sure. It got mixed up in all those movies that came out at the same time, and I think it was popular for a while, but it's not. I mean, I don't hear people talk about it hardly ever, which is a shame.
I don't know if that was like his first lead, because I mean he still was on SNL at this point, I would think, right? So I feel like a lot of comedians, like that first movie they come out with is usually trash. It's like just to get that first one out the way. Because I mean, this isn't like a great movie, but it's iconic just because it's early Austin Powers too. You can kind of see it.
Yeah, look at the characters it gave us.
Yeah, he's playing his dad and all these characters, and you can see what's coming next with him. It's just a funny movie. And you know what?
Dr. Evil and Fat Bastard, definitely you
Basically.
get from this movie.
Definitely.
So, technically, this was not the first movie. Wayne's World came out a year before So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Okay.
And
Really?
Wayne's World. Yeah, Wayne's World, 1992.
That's crazy.
But
And
Wayne's World was an SNL bit that they
Right.
turned into a movie,
Right.
which is, I mean, I love Wayne's World, but I think I would still say this is like his first movie playing a character that's not somebody he played on SNL,
Mm-hmm.
even though it really is somebody he probably played on SNL.
That's interesting. He did well. I mean, when it comes out versus when he actually filmed it are probably two different things. It even when I was watching it, I mean, maybe because it's 2023, it looked kind of old too.
Mhm.
It was interesting with the cinematography coming up on the state on San Francisco, and the club they went to looked kind of old. It was
The Full
interesting.
House.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't
There,
realize.
there you go, trying to be one of them kids again.
Either way,
It looks old.
it does.
It is old.
It does look.
By
I mean,
standards.
I get it. Looked maybe old's not the right word. It looks.
Dated.
It looks dated. Look at you with that. Look at you with the vocab. Go ahead, girl. It looks dated. Let's say that.
She knows what she's doing.
Oh yes,
This is not
I've
her
been around
first
the
movie
block.
review podcast.
that's correct.
All right, Kasey, lead us into some questions so we don't
yeah.
go off the rails.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, last but not least, also, if you have not seen this movie and you're listening to this, shame on you. But as always, we do not encourage you to leave the show, but you can always push pause, go watch the movie, and come back. And if you go watch the movie, you can find it on the Max streaming service. So, all right.
And if you haven't seen it, I think you should pause this and go watch it, because while it's a silly 90s comedy, it does have a decent kind of twist. And if it's ruined for you at the beginning, it changes the way you watch the movie. Because I will say the first time I watched it versus watching it now that I know what's happened, I still enjoy it. But the whole who done it, what's really going on is really fun for the first time watch. So
And we can't have a discussion about this movie without discussing the plot twist at the
Oh,
end.
no.
So definitely, we all encourage you to, if you haven't seen it, go watch the movie and then come back. Please come back. Always come back. Come back several times if you want and listen.
You know
We're
you
all
want
about
to.
building up our listenership. So exactly, we're fun. We are wild and crazy people. So
You know what's interesting? So this movie came out in '93. To me,
Yes.
when I watched one of the characters in this movie, to then see a year later to see Pulp Fiction, I think is really hilarious. And when you watch the movie, you'll see. But I feel like there was a little foreshadowing there, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. No, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I have placed it down in front of thee, and as you pick it up, well,
I haven't
going to
seen
run-
Pulp
we're-
Fiction in a
we're-
while, so I don't know if I know what you're talking about.
In a while, we'll talk
Really?
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen Pulp Fiction in a minute.
Unless
Oh, wait. I know. Okay, go ahead.
you got it now.
You
We
really
will
forget
definitely
about
get to that
Amanda
point as well.
Plummer.
You do.
She is one of those
Well,
actresses that is in a lot of things that you don't realize she's in a lot of things.
True.
Anyway,
like a lot of people in this movie. And
yeah.
well, let's jump off into our discussion with that very point, because the girls and I were having this discussion earlier while Amanda was watching this movie. But is there one particular person in this movie who you feel like jumps out at you and grabs your attention as somebody, oh my God, I've seen this person 1,000 different places, and you always just like, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I think Amanda knows kind of sort of where I'm going with this question.
I do too.
I mean, yeah, it's Charlie's mom. She's the pigeon lady from Home Alone 2.
Interesting. That's true.
Guys, when I see her, I picture Jake Brigant's secretary from A Time
Yeah.
to Kill.
That's great.
But for
Or the foster mom from Angels in the Outfield.
I feel like the Home Alone 2, when she's got the whole cloak on and all the pigeons sitting on her, like that's just the first thing I think of anytime I see her or hear her voice, because her voice is very distinctive. And I like that it kind of seems like no matter what movie she's in, and to be fair, I haven't seen everything, but that she gets to use her actual accent. So.
I'm looking through
Yeah,
the
because
cast.
Well, okay, because here's another one that jumped out at me that I totally freaking forgot was even in this movie. Rest in peace, Phil Hartman.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot about him till I watched it. God, he was amazing.
yeah. When you haven't seen a movie in such a long time, those bits, like that stuff, is what you forget. I mean, I see that movie and I just remember Mike Myers doing all the voices and stuff, but then I forget when they go, it was like Alcatraz that they go to, and then they just go, and then Phil Hartman just kills it. It's like,
It's the Ranger, yeah.
And then I just dip into SNL because I loved him on SNL. He was amazing, and I'm like, I'm sad for a minute because I'm like, oh my God, he's not here, and he was amazing in everything that he did. And I'm like News Radio, and I'm like, I got all this stuff in my head when I'm thinking Phil Hartman, but
yeah,
but he was.
And
great.
also the little brother, the one with the giant head.
Head pants now.
The Mighty Ducks.
That's right.
The orange on a stick.
It's like Sputnik. You can cry yourself to sleep on your giant pillow. It's got its own weather system.
Why isn't the police captain? I'm looking through the cast and he's not listed here. What the hell?
Oh, he's in Little Miss Sunshine. He's in.
Oh yeah, no. Who is that? What's that? Alan Arkin? I don't know.
Yeah, Alan Arkin.
That's Alan Arkin. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Well, and he's again another one of those people
Rest
who's
in
been in
peace.
everything.
Yep. Yeah.
Alan Arkin was a national treasure.
Mhm.
I will die on that hill.
Mhm.
I feel like Mike
Oh, I
Myers
agree
just
100%.
was friend and was
What'd
like,
you
"Hey,
say?
this movie, do you want to be in it?" And he just like, like you're gonna be the prison guard and you're gonna be the,
Yeah.
it's just so funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of cute
Like Debbie-
cameos.
Yeah, Charles Grodin is in there for like 3 minutes, and he's
The
fun.
car driver. I know for a
Yeah.
fact you do not have the authority to commandeer this vehicle. Please, can I commandeer this vehicle? He's so cute.
No.
Either way, it's fun.
So I'm actually going to steal a question from Amanda for discussion. It's actually, I turned it into a 2-part question. So, one, do we ever find out in this movie what in the F does Charlie do for a living? Does open mic night really pay that well?
It's exactly what I was thinking. That annoyed the hell out of me. He always had a lot of free time. He was always just driving around. Had a really nice apartment too, by the way. Like, what does he do? That's it. Only thing we know about him is that his father was a butcher, so he used to work in the butcher shop. That's it. So he stopped.
Loves open mic night.
Yeah, that's it. What the hell?
So the other part of that question, what in the blue hell does a butcher make? Because, yeah, what's her face is a butcher, has a butcher shop, but yet look at that apartment that she lives in. That is one of the nicest freaking apartments in San Francisco in 1993.
I mean, we don't find out what Rose does, but still, Rose and Harriet together affording that apartment. I don't know.
Also, apparently, she the only one that works there. He goes twice. Nobody else. She's the only one there, and they spend a whole lot of time together. Who's running the shop? Like, seriously, they're just gone. They're hanging out. They're walking around. They go like, there's people who need haggis, who need meat, and there's nobody at the place. What is it?
They're hanging out after dark. She closed it up.
What, Meats of the World? Is that the name? That was the name of the.
So there is a quick, when Charlie comes back around to help her, you see a guy in the background. So clearly she had people.
Okay.
But, just not enough or whatever.
The second
Apparently
time?
haggis is in high demand.
So the second time?
The second time, yeah.
Okay.
It's real quick, but you see a guy like in the back kitchen or whatever. He's probably, encasing the sausage or, butchering the cow to get it ready. Like, I don't know.
What if he's just some random guy that she suckered into helping her win for free?
I do just want to say,
go ahead.
That insurance company would be like, no.
You need proof. No. What are you gonna say, Amanda?
The place, I can't remember what it's called, but the place where they go after on their date and they're walking around with the big like globe thing and all I've been there. Can't remember what it's called. I've been there.
Very cool.
We drove by it in San Francisco and stopped and took some pictures.
Nice.
Can I actually ask that we put a pin in the discussion for just a second, because I have a surprise for everybody.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
It's my boy, El Presidente.
Hello, Mr. President.
Why, hello. I hear it's your birthday, Harvey. If it's Harvey's birthday and you know you're sexy, come on, sugar, let me know. He's going to cry himself to sleep tonight on his huge pillow.
I love this movie. It's so bad.
We have a Piper down. Please say we have a Piper down, Chancy.
Oh, we've got the Piper down. A Piper down.
We've got the Piper down.
Oh my god. Dude, No, if you're gonna do a line for me, I need you to do the triumvirate, the whole.
SATURDAY. Night.
His whole Illuminati speech, basically.
Oh, known as the Meadows.
Known as the Pentaveret.
That is the
Pentaveret.
Yes.
Okay, can we get an episode where Shana and Chancy just both do Scottish accents the whole time? Because y'all are great.
I mean, or she could do Scottish and I could do Irish. Because, I mean, like, why has Christ got to be on a cracker? Why can't he be on a vanilla wafer? If you put him on a wafer, I'd eat him all day long and twice on Sunday.
Put some easy cheese on that.
Oh my God. You guys
Oh my God.
are great. I need more of this in my life.
Hey, Prez, thanks for coming on. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. I was like, oh, you're gonna start it when? I can totally come in after work. Oh, it's Harvey's birthday.
And you brought in the great song. If you think I'm sexy and you want my body.
Come on, Chugga, let me know.
We have a Viper down.
Oh, dude, that whole scene when he first comes into the picture, where they're like, especially with the interaction with heed, paper, no.
Head, move.
I often compare it to Sputnik. It's spherical and pointy in parts.
It's like an orange on a toothpick.
The movie's so much fun. The dad's in the movie maybe 10, not even 10 minutes. 10 few scenes, and he's great. He's so good. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I hate it. The curtain, wee beady eyes. Oh, you're gonna buy my chicken? Oh,
I love their Scottish Wall of Fame too with Sean Connery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh.
He basically he was
that's
playing
just
his father.
them.
Yeah, he really was playing his father. I mean, and his father loved Sean Connery, and I've seen him talk about it, but that must have been fun to do, to just be, how do you hate the Colonel? Like, he's so extra with his acting. It was just fun to watch.
He has his own weather system.
I would actually argue that is his best character ever. Better than maybe save only for Dr. Evil.
Okay, I think that he walked so that Fat Bastard could run, but I think that
absolutely. Everything Fat Bastard is owed to that whole scene. Just
absolutely.
But I honestly I only base that argument solely on the fact that in the short time that it's there, you get the quality of the entirety of everything you get from Fat Bastard and Austin Powers.
And you get the one little clip when he says evil, when he's talking to her, about what's the most evil thing you've ever done. You get that one little clip where you're like, oh, that's Dr. Evil. I heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's so evil. It's evil.
Evil. Yes.
Which then reminds me of Ghostbusters 2 when he's like, evil? Anyway.
Yes.
We were discussing how much it costs to live in San Francisco on a butcher's salary. When Chancy wanted to come in and extend birthday wishes to the guest of honor.
But how hot did she look in her butcher's outfit?
Oh, yes. Can't go wrong with a woman with a butcher's knife.
Yeah.
Well, what about
Chop me up, baby.
Flags, and then she has on the little milkmaid uniform.
Yeah, that didn't hurt either.
No, I like the apron and the cleaver and the messy hair. Like, it's just, something crazy is about to happen and you're ready for it.
I like my women busy with knives.
Curly hair girls are always the craziest.
Oh, yes.
So jealous of her hair. Anyway, Kasey.
Yeah. You guys are giving out
Ed!
descriptions, and I'm going back down memory lane. So,
Keep it in your pants, Kasey.
Jesus.
He's making
Jesus.
deposits in the spank bank.
Jesus.
whatever.
It's like 10 days of spank bank for Kasey.
That's right, Efren.
Shit. Before we, I'm just curious to know if Chancy would like to wager a guess really quick as to what he thinks the Rotten Tomato meter score for this movie is.
You know, I'm awful at this. I am so bad at this.
If you beat me,
I
I'm
know
going to
you
break
are.
your kneecap.
Oh, shit.
Uh,
With her pinky.
You're both in Iowa. She'll find you.
I know, right? I would 64 to 72.
That's too high.
Too high.
I said
I
61
figured.
and it was too high.
Your kneecaps are sick.
My your kneecaps are safe for
I don't know
now.
about your nibbly bits, but your kneecaps are safe.
Your nibbly bits.
Just be happy and knowing I don't have to hobble ya.
In honor of the birthday boy, why was there so many penises on the screen right now?
What is
There's only one. I mean, to be
That's
fair.
one too many,
Well,
can I just say? Dick.
Well, I mean, there probably would be two if Shana. No, I'm not opening that can of worms because Shana will turn her damn camera on and get her.
Larry is
Pedro,
and bring out the black one.
Pedro is busy right now, I think.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal is currently being snuggled by my dog.
Wow. All right. So now that we got a detailed question out of the way, let's. I mean, it's a discussion on what we like about the movie, so why not? What is something that about this movie that everybody absolutely loves and feels at home about this movie with? Like, what's your absolute favorite part of this movie? Birthday boy, you can go first this time.
That's interesting. My favorite part of this movie. My favorite part of the movie is after he decides to break up with her because she's the killer and he went with his gut. He was right, by the way. But then
he was not.
Yes, he was. He was at least right to question, to have some doubt.
He was right to question it. Yeah, she wasn't the killer.
Yeah, he was right to have some questions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So after that, and when he realizes it's not her, my favorite scene is the poetry outside of her window.
Yeah.
That is just hair. Love.
This poem sucks.
This poem sucks.
That's like this movie's version of John Cusack standing outside of the window with the boombox over his head.
It's like it's the hook. Yeah.
I still question how he got there, but whatever.
Not only did he get there, he had to hire those people to stand outside her window with their instruments. How did he pay them? Got them there pretty quick, I have to say.
Again, open mic night evidently pays a lot of fucking money.
Okay, he broke up. Hear me out. Mm-hmm. He broke up with a girl because he thought she was in the mafia. Maybe he was in the mafia.
Maybe he produces soup. Maybe he manufactures soup.
The Sanford
beef vegetable.
She smelled like vegetable beef soup.
Beef vegetable soup.
I messaged Shana. I was like, if a guy smelled like beef vegetable soup, I'd be locking that shit down, not dumping him.
I was like, if it's canned soup, I'm passing.
You know what? I'll eat the Campbell's chunky soup. Did you eat your chunky soup?
Apparently every day if the man smells like soup, like that's dinner.
I would actually go with good old fashioned off-screen plot armor. Anything can happen in a movie as long as it happens off screen.
Male prostitution. He's a gigolo.
So that's my favorite part.
Fair.
That's my favorite part. That nice little bit. Him just saying his poetries, beat poet, head tilted a little bit, just talking. It was cute. It was cute.
That's a
I would
solid
have to
one.
Well,
say-
man.
Whoa,
Whoa, man.
Are you gonna do the? Are you,
Whoa, man.
We have
oh,
to.
you,
We have to.
You're gonna do the woman. Oh, the woman. Yeah, the woman one. Yeah.
I said that earlier. I was like, that's I love when he's like that. He's like, oh, okay, I got it.
I think my favorite part is
Ah.
probably the mom when she's explaining why the paper is valid. It's like
Yeah.
the seventh or eighth highest distribution in the world.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't believe you're calling the Weekly World News the paper.
The paper.
It's got the eighth highest distribution
Basically-
in the world.
Yeah. It's the movie's version of the National Enquirer. They're just not going to use it because they don't
Oh,
want to
of
get sued.
course. Oh, yeah. Mhm.
And then she's like going through. She's like, look at this guy, Ralph Elliott. He's a plumber.
Oh, by the way, that was some BS right there. That the girls, she has a friend named Ralph.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They be
that was-
fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like literally screaming Ralph's name out, like, oh,
Mhm.
Ralph. Oh. Like, come on.
No, don't go, Ralph. And then he shoots straight up in the bed, like, what?
No, Ralph, no. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh, no. I may have to sleep on the
baby,
floor.
you got what I
Seven.
need.
7.
Oh, God.
7.
Jesus Christ.
What about you, Amanda? What do you
Oh.
I mean, I think obviously the whole movie's great. I love the parts with the captain.
Mm, yes.
When he's just like really trying to make him feel good about how hard he is. He's like, was it too much with the ethnic slur? And he's like, that's not even how you say it. It's this, but I don't have time for this. I have to go. And then before he's like, yeah, that was great. Like, do this, do that. Like, I just think they're so cute.
Mhm.
And then obviously the dad, when he's talking about how much he hates the colonel, his weedy little eyes, and you're gonna buy my chicken.
Oh,
I-
you're
I
gonna buy
get
my
it.
ticket. Oh my God. Kills.
Oh.
And I will
Chancy?
say I did tear up at the parents' anniversary because
Yeah,
at the beginning you kind of get the feeling like you get the idea that they love each other, but they've been together for so long because he's like, get out and like whatever. But then at the anniversary party, he's real sweet to her, and I'm like, oh, they're cute.
That's the way my grandparents were. They were married for 70 years before my grandfather passed away. And they would pick on each other relentlessly. He would tell people that his life got so much better when they invented hearing aids you could turn the volume down on. Yeah. And then like we were
Same with
at
my
like
grandpa.
we would be at my grandmother's family reunion and we'd be taking family photos and my grandpa would be like, can someone snap the damn picture before my Viagra kicks in?
Oh my God.
And you all wonder where I get it from.
Yeah. See, I never saw
I
that.
don't.
Like my grandparents were married until they passed away. But they never, like, at least by the time I was born, they were older and they never had, like, I never saw them fight. I never saw them disagree or be mean to each other. But I never saw them be like kind and loving to each other either. It was just like they coexisted. And then my parents couldn't stand each other. So I just didn't grow up around like couples like that. So it's like, like I said to you guys earlier, I'm like, do people really stay together that long and still feel in love? Because I've never known anybody in my life that is like that. And so
With my grandparents, I
Yeah.
kid you not, my grandmother, we used to give my grandpa a hard time because he would always pump my grandmother's gas for her. When he passed,
that's
She had
amazing.
she had never pumped gas a day in her life, never. And we used to pick on him by be like, "You gonna go pump her gas?" He's like, "You know what? I will pump that woman's gas until the day I die. But you know what? I'll be damned if I know how to iron my own shirts. And every day they're in my drawer
Exactly.
ironed."
Mhm.
And I have a neighbor who has 3 daughters. And he is like, so they know how to do stuff. It's not like he's doing shit for them and they don't know how. But because he is this guy for his wife and his 3 daughters, he washes their cars. He fills their cars up with gas. When it's cold outside, he goes out and starts their cars and defrosts the windows and warms up their cars. And it's not because he thinks they're fragile or he hasn't taught them how to do those things, because 2 of them are adults now. But it's just like that's, and I'm not saying everybody has to do that, but just like that's how some people are. And it's like, okay, that's pretty cool. And I don't expect my husband to do that, but I'd hope that in 30 years of marriage, we can still, like, you know, be kind of like how these people are, the husband and wife in this movie. Like, they poke fun at each other, but they still love each other and just have a great time. So,
Agreed.
How I imagine Harvey and Carice will be when they hit 30 years.
See, I'm not going to get a chance to do that because the day I turn 50 or 55, I will be shipped to the nearest active adult arena. Like,
just make sure she buys you the finest tennis racket on the market.
Shit. I'm not leaving the house. They're going to have to drag me out. I'm not going to some active adult stuff. I can be actively an adult at home. That's what I'm saying. She's just waiting so she can bring a pool guy over to the house named Pepe or something. And they
you should just be like, I'll show you an active adult. I got a surprise for you.
I ain't leaving.
Helicopter.
To impress a chick, do the helicopter deck.
Oh, Lord. Chancy, did you have something you wanted to drop in on your absolute favorite parts of the movie?
Sorry, Chancy.
No, what do you mean? For what? This has been hilarious.
Exactly. I'm enjoying this crap.
I honestly, pretty much all the stuff we've already hit, like the slam poetry, the dad. I mean, specifically, if I had to choose anything, it's the dad. Solid, all of it. There's been times where I would watch it and then just shut it off after that part was over with, just because it's like all right. It's like the same thing for me with like Predator 2 when I see the King Willie scene. When I see when I see King Willie, I'm good. I fucking saw King Willie. I'll just put it back on the shelf. I love that shit.
YouTube is great for that. You like a movie, you just like a scene, you just pull up that scene and watch it. I did that. I watched the whole movie, but I went back and I watched random scenes just because it just makes me happy.
Me too.
That movie it makes me happy, I could say. It's just fun. It's just enjoyable. Early Mike Myers, just random stuff.
I can never hear the Bay City Rollers without thinking of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Anytime I drive by KFC, that's what that comes up. Every time.
Yeah, get up by my chicken. He puts addictive ingredients in the chicken.
The whole bit is awesome.
The thing is, like, okay, I don't want to say this, but I feel like his dad would be, maybe not go this far, but almost like a MAGA type, like with the conspiracy theories. Like, he would
for sure
be the conspiracy theorist. Like, they're lacing your COVID vaccine with addictive food additives or whatever.
The nurse putting the needle in your arm with her wee beady eyes.
Fauci standing up in front of all the people with his tiny beady face.
With the queen.
Look at his head, it's like Sputnik.
Right? Spherical, but quite pointy in parts.
Oh, man.
And to be fair, that kid did have a ginormous fucking
He really did.
For real, though. And the afro didn't help.
No.
Like, kids, shave your head or get a buzz cut. Get a military cut.
By the way, was
Get the high and tight.
that kid their child?
Yeah. That's supposed to be like his little brother. Has to be. Otherwise, who else
Why is he there?
Like, yeah.
What if he's Charlie's illegitimate child that they're raising?
Like, they never really reference how. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Banana. I feel they never really reference what he is. He's just the kid that's there. And if he is the brother, like, how would they wait 15 years between kids? And how old are they? That's quite
Right?
Hey, they
I
are
mean-
still getting it on, and if her
There
eggs
you
are
go.
still
Yeah.
fertilizable, go.
They're
Liz,
Yeah.
celebrating
go.
their 30th wedding anniversary, so they could be anywhere between 50 and 70.
True.
Right?
Mhm.
And he looked like he might have been like
Maybe
12-ish, maybe a little older.
Yeah.
With a large head.
maybe KFC
With
is
Very large.
chopping
Maybe
up the
she had him
Viagra
later
and
in
putting it
life,
the
and that
dad's
he had like an extra something special, and it made his head huge. Like they had to suction it out because she was so old.
Wow.
Ooh, poor vagina. What, Casey?
Oh, you're gonna. Well, no, I just say maybe they chopped up the freaking Viagra and put it into Dad's chicken.
I
That's
don't
the
think
addictive chemical.
Okay, hold on. Legit question, and maybe this doesn't have to be like a whole rabbit hole, but does anybody know? To my knowledge, Viagra just makes you hard. I don't think it changes your sperm, right?
No, it just
No.
engorges the capillaries in the penile shaft.
Wow, thank you, Dr. Shana.
Damn. Thank you very much.
Wow.
She said penile
Shana's
shaft
done
like
missed
she has
her
a
calling.
PhD.
Engorged.
But when you take that in tandem with the other secret ingredients that the Colonel's mixing in there, then you never actually know.
It's all about
Now
the fried chicken.
there's the conspiracy.
Well,
Not
then
the
it's
fried
awful
chicken.
risky as well. It's awful risky as well for old gentlemen to be taking Viagra, because if they take the medication for, like heart murmurs or whatever, where you have to put it underneath your tongue, that can kill you. It can make your heart explode.
Well,
Yeah,
still
but I
get an
mean-
orgasm if you're doing it right.
He seems like the type that's gonna roll the dice there. I mean, he's
Yeah.
Walking around with his little garter belts for his knee socks.
She seemed real like she's into the dirty shit. And I'm
no doubt. She was
When she's kissing.
groping what's his name the whole movie.
Yeah.
You've turned into a wee sexy lad. Oh my.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to go over to my best friend's house and have their mom freaking all groping all over me and shit.
What if it was Stifler's mom?
Oh, that's totally different. Because
What if it was Nancy Travis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The ageless wonder that is Nancy Travis.
Damn
What if it was Stacy's mom?
I was gonna say that now the song Stacy's Mom makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, plenty of milfs out
Stacy's
there.
mom has got it going on.
I
Fountains of
want
Wayne,
to
baby.
pet my beady little schlong.
Oh, dear Lord.
We are so fucking unhinged right now.
Yes, ma'am.
I was gonna say, up until that point, I was even gonna come in with the little Friday reference and be like, "When you gonna let me fuck, Miss Parker?" What? Huh? Nothing.
Oh, we are so going down a rabbit hole that there may not be any return from.
Not the rabbit hole.
Not the rabbit hole. Is it organic?
No.
Is that free range? It better be a free range rabbit hole.
Is it vegan?
I only like vegan rabbits.
I only wear vegan rabbit fur.
Come on, Kasey.
I'm reining this
Get
shit
us
back
together.
in before we go down. Yeah. Because otherwise I'm
Rein this shit in, bro.
So you can't talk about favorite parts of the movie and not discuss the opposite. So is there anything about this movie that any of you guys absolutely can't stand or can't get behind or think it was just trash?
I have
or is
one
the movie
thing.
really just that great?
I have one thing, and that is when Rose is having her absolute fucking meltdown in the hotel room on their honeymoon, and she's like yelling at him, and she's like, "You were not supposed to be in the room when the letter was written," and she's like spitting and drooling, like.
Well, it's gonna be a killer. You know, you gotta, you know.
You gotta be a little savage.
She's method. I guess.
No, he was a kid.
Ravenous.
Somebody saw him.
Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
Yes. Said
She
it.
was a little spitty for
Precursor to
me.
Pulp Fiction.
Damn
Yeah.
right. Mhm.
She was a little spitty for me.
She
I know
was
guys like
fucking
that kind of
unhinged.
thing, but
I like my killers unhinged. So she was perfectly fine. A little off, that's fine. I want that apartment.
You can't take
Because
her
at
from
the
me.
end of the day, if you push her too far, she'll execute every motherfucking last one of you.
Nah,
and
Like you said in
we
Pulp
figured
Fiction.
out what happened to Ralph, but what about the other dudes? They found Ralph in the sewer, but what about the other dudes? Did she, like,
I don't know. She
where'd
killed
they
them
go?
all. And
Okay.
just got rid of the bodies.
I was going to say we could double back to the potential answer to the question as to how the butcher shop made so much money in San Francisco.
Oh, Sweeney Todd situation.
Oh.
Got some
People
meat pies.
Shana's new favorite movie.
People pies.
So I will say that's actually my thing too, is like I don't feel like they really gave the Harriet realization of what was happening enough due. It was more about Charlie realizing it. It felt like the whole movie, Harriet knew that Rose was doing this shit. And was like, so then why are you getting married again? Like, why are you bringing guys into this shit? But then at the end, she's like, oh, she was killing them and blaming it on me or whatever. And it's like,
She wasn't profiting off their death, so look at that apartment. Look at the cool decorations
you
and shit.
kind of seem like you knew, Harriet.
And she also learned how to sing Only You in like 7 different languages.
Shenanigans afoot.
That confused me, I will say for sure, because there was not this big like
aha moment.
OMG aha moment with Harriet. It was just
She was
like,
damn it, Rose, not again. We
Right?
talked about this over breakfast last week. Stop it.
And it's not like Harriet. Okay. So I will say, in relationships and marriages or long-term relationships or whatever, you do talk about fucked up shit. But when she's laying in the bed with him, like, you're so vulnerable right now. I could do anything to you, and then she sticks her finger.
That was creepy. That was creepy, and
I would have been out.
No, I completely understood his response to that.
Yeah,
like,
Red flags all over the place.
And the whole shoving the shake in his face. Now, granted, he had in his head, but also she was really aggressive with that drink.
It's because you wanted they wanted us to think she was actually the killer.
I know that,
but it wasn't even a shake. It was just like a Starbucks refresher with froth on the top.
It looked like 7-Up, like colored. Like it took you 20 minutes to make that. What the hell were you doing?
It's like quadruple strained.
It was Sprite with like 3 strawberries in it.
A Shirley Temple. That's what it was. It was a Shirley Temple.
Yes, it was.
I would have been like, you drink it first.
Share it with me, baby. Let's make it romantic.
Right.
Right.
Let's drink out of the same straw.
Romeo and Juliet. What?
2 straws.
2 straws. Yes.
So yeah, that's my complaint. Is that I feel like if Harriet didn't know what was going on, they did not convey that to us well enough. So.
Yeah, when like Charlie and Rose are fighting, she's like, "Rose, stop it! Stop
I mean, that definitely, that definitely implies like a foreknowledge of the situation. Because I mean, like, otherwise, you would expect her to be much more over the top in her reaction to the situation. Like, oh my goodness, do something, insert action here, instead of just.
And then also too, if Rose is in the room with Charlie trying to kill him and Harriet is outside the room and she could hear Rose yelling, you weren't supposed to be in the room. Like clearly now Harriet knows what's going on. Like maybe stop and be like, you know what? My bad. I'm sorry. my milk was sour this morning on my Cheerios. I've had a rough day. I'm sorry. But no, she like continued on like she wasn't going to get caught. Like, what was her end game here? Okay, I murdered Charlie. All these people know about it now. Is it just, I mean, it's kind of pointless now. Like, settle down, Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was crazy though, so we have to assume that she's not thinking logically at this point. She's just
Fair.
trying to just get rid of another suitor, I guess. But,
What if they're in it together?
that's what I think.
Yeah.
I think she knows. She knows.
Like the Black Widow and her sidekick?
Mm.
Black
No.
Widow and Charlotte's Web? Yeah.
But she had nothing to gain from Charlie. But also, have you guys seen the movie Black Widow from the 80s with Deborah Winger? That movie is legit.
I don't think I have.
Sounds creepy.
I was even gonna go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying it's literally about this situation, but for real.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, imagine in an alternate universe where everything's the way that it is up until the point that Rose has her meltdown, and then she like you would just follow it through the course of the chain of escalation in reality. Like she kills everyone, Charlie, Harriet, a couple of cops, and then it just goes like completely left turn and then ends. So it's this big, funny, haha rom-com, and then it's just like, straight into a wall.
And then she gets in the guy's car that was commandeered, and they ride off into the sunset.
Yeah, either that one, yeah, like the Usual Suspects ending, or her just, or like the end of Psycho, where she's just like catatonic staring, just like.
May I please commandeer this vehicle? Oh, God, I love Anthony LaPaglia.
This movie is so fucking great. We could sit here all night and talk our brains out. Is there anything else significant that, as a group, we would like to bring to the table before we get to our ratings and reviews?
Yes. Happy birthday, Harvey!
With your wee baby eyes.
SATURDAY night.
HAPPY birthday boy.
Boy!
Woo!
I feel like there's been some adult beverages consumed
Yes.
within the hour that we've been here.
Oh, I'm 100% sober.
I'm
Same.
100% not sober, but okay, great. So it's just me. That's fine. It
I'm
usually is.
Yeah, it's all good.
I know, but like, can you imagine if I were unhinged and altered?
If you were high, we'd be on a whole nother level. So
Oh, for sure.
it's just me taking us to the edge.
If Amanda was drunk and Shana was high along with her, this show would be getting thrown off of the interwebs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Amanda and I would be locked up.
Yeah, we have. I don't know if you guys have seen. I think I can't remember if I sent it to the group or if I just sent it to our Mount Sitmore group. But there's these TikToks right now of talking about women being drafted, and it's just all about women being unhinged if they were in war. And I'm like, that would so be me and Shana. I'd be like, can I get drunk? Oh, that guy's cute. Maybe I shouldn't shoot him. I need a nap. Can we get some Starbucks before the next fight? That bitch looked at my man. Here, I'm going to bomb their whole town.
Let me pack some snacks. My snatchel.
In Shana's defense, though, she's not leaving the house to go overseas and go to war, so we don't have to worry about that.
No, nobody leaves. The safe is here.
Yeah.
I've got flat feet or something.
Or something.
We're too old. I'll say right now, you and me, we are too old and too fat. We're not going anywhere. But they're making a mistake by not sending us. We're unhinged.
Do you realize how amazing?
Like, we would get this shit done in a fucking day.
Do you realize how hard or how amazing I would be with some hand-to-hand combat? Like, my internal organs are so far into my body. I'm good. Like, I don't have a double chin. I have an anti-choking mechanism. You go for my throat, I drop my chin. can't get
You
through.
give me a tank and a bazooka and look at me wrong right now. I'll take you out. So
I was gonna say I could see Amanda with a 40mm grenade launcher and a bandolier going, grenade round, wine bottle, grenade round, wine bottle.
Can you imagine Amanda and I trying to go through the Starbucks drive-thru in a tank?
oops, my bad.
Oh wow!
I ran over
Damn.
a person. Okay,
All right.
sorry.
So-
Hold on, real quick. I apologize because this is actually not funny. I understand.
Oh shit!
And for real, there are already women fighting for our country. So I want to acknowledge that. I just, think that this stuff is kind of funny.
Because I am completely not made for legal combat.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I might be okay. Like,
I am
Let's see
79.
what happens.
I'm like 79 to 94% sure anything I do would be against the Geneva Convention.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, with all of that said, obviously it's Harvey's episode, so let's let Harvey give his thoughts and rating first of the movie, and then we'll move around the screen in random order.
The checkerboard.
So,
Okay.
yeah, checkerboard, chessboard, some kind of board, stiff as a board, light as a feather, stiff as a board.
What's a board?
For some reason, when I obviously I enjoy this movie, I picked it. It's fun. I hadn't watched it in a while, but I feel like I will be watching it a lot now that I know it's on Max and I could just put it on anytime I want. I will watch that a lot. For some reason, it reminds me, maybe because of the way it looks, it reminds me of another movie I love, was The Truth About Cats and Dogs.
Yes.
There's something about it, and I don't remember if that movie was filmed in San Francisco either, but
I think it was.
It's something about it. They're both, I don't know, they both really
I think it's the cinematography.
That's probably
Very
what
similar.
it is. I should look into that. That might be the thing. But it's not some Oscar-worthy movie. It's just a funny 90s movie with good characters. The script is and it's short. It's like an hour and 34 minutes. Like you could watch it. Like I love The Godfather. That movie's 3 hours and I'm fine. But sometimes a good, funny, quick movie works for me. And I think that's what I like about it. And I'm like, obviously I love Mike Myers. So it worked out. It's fun to watch. So if you want something to watch, it's an easy watch. Just throw it on. That's what I love. It's easy. Yeah.
Well, what's your rating out of 5?
Out of 5, for me, it gets a 4.
Very nice.
If there was some more black people in it, we bump that up to a 5. But it's all right. It's all right. We'll let that slide.
It's unfortunately the 90s.
Was there anybody black in that movie?
I'm thinking. I don't remember.
There was a cop. There was a lady cop, right? Or am I thinking of something else?
She was the lady
She
in
was
the
Bocacino,
DOT,
like,
or not the
Kendra.
DOT.
You're right. No,
the
you're
one
right.
that
You're
was-
right. The lady cop is the one. Yeah, and yeah, you're right. You're right.
She was looking up the records.
Yep.
She was the token. God damn it.
Damn it.
Damn it!
Shana, you want to go next?
I would love to. I love this movie. It is so much fun. Like, it doesn't matter where you come into the movie. You can just sit down and watch it and laugh and enjoy it. It's not one of those ones that you have to pay super close attention to. It's a background movie or it is a showstopper. Whatever you need from the movie, it gives it. I love it. I'm going to go 4.97.
Ooh. There's a 49 in there. Very nice.
Damn near perfection. Let's see. Well, let's just go next one over. Queenie?
Okay. Well, like I said before, I have a lot of nostalgia tied to this. This is very much my early college years, hanging out with my friends, getting ready for the bar, just hanging out and watching movies. Like, it was So I Married an Axe Murderer, Tommy Boy, Billy Madison, whatever. Obviously, it's not winning any Oscars, but for enjoyment's sake, I'm definitely with Shana. I think I will give it 4.8 5 out of 5 butcher cleavers. Please don't cleave me.
Mine's 4.97 cappuccinos.
Cappuccinos. I'm sorry. I thought I ordered the large.
Hello.
Wow.
Oh God, I love this movie.
Hey, why not? It's supposedly one more things that Friends ripped off. But Chancy,
I'll have to go ahead and give this one 4 pipers down.
Yes.
I repeat, we've got a piper down.
Okay, seriously, we're gonna need some kind of episode of one of our shows with both of y'all just being Scottish the whole time. I've decided.
With our wee.
Fair enough.
My word is law. I don't know if you know this.
I need to see who directed this movie. Now you guys got me thinking.
supposedly that is true.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it the Shlami guy?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is a slimy guy, but
Tommy Shlami.
Tommy Shlami.
Shlami.
And his brother Tony Baloney.
I'm looking at two of my cats and dogs now to see why I feel like they seem similar.
You missed that whole thing, Chancy.
Yeah, it was a yeah.
Oh,
All right,
that was
Kasey,
that
what
was
do you
an
got
epic.
for us?
I'm gonna go 4.5 out of 5. Psychotic sisters, only because at the end of the day, that's exactly what Rose is. Because any character in any movie that's ever had a Rose in it, the Rose has always been psychotic and murderous.
Oh, come on. Stop it. Dre's
Harvey-
not even here.
No, but Harvey
I
is.
want to
Harvey,
know what was in.
Harvey picked up what I put down.
Of course I did.
I want to know
You
what
can
is
get
in
out
it.
of Dre's asshole right now.
Leave
there and
that
root
man's
around.
house alone. Leave his house alone. Leave it.
I want to know what was in that Cubby Wubby Womb Room tea.
Yes, right?
That's true. That's true.
Oh, Ralph.
No, don't go.
Kasey, we love you. I'm so sorry.
Definitely. No. You are absolutely fine, because I had that note in the back of my head from when I watched it, because they don't really tell you what the hell that shit is.
There's a lot they don't tell you in this movie. They just leave stuff for you to figure out on your own.
And that's what makes it so fun.
Like,
It's
how
got all
much
these
do
little
butchers
Easter
make in
eggs and
San
stuff.
Francisco? Jesus
That's
Christ.
exactly the main. That's what I love about this movie, though, is there's so much ambiguity that I
And
can have what I
why?
think, Harvey can have what he thinks, Shana can have what she thinks, and at the end of the day, we're all right. It's just our interpretation.
Damn right.
And why in the Jeffrey Dahmer did that cow's head still have its eyes?
That's true too. They weren't really good. They're not good butchers out there. We'll say that.
No.
Why was he massaging the meat? Like, that meat's out in open air. Like,
They're
it
not
either
good
needs to
butchers,
be-
and how the hell?
That butcher shop is definitely not OSHA approved and is definitely
E.
unsafe.
coli all over the place. Like, it's like
Touch and
bukkake all on your face. It's all there.
And we
That's
never
like a
saw them
breeding
wash their
ground.
hands either. Never. Never.
No gloves to be seen.
Nope.
That is not very sanitary.
Not even a little.
I mean, I think if you're eating haggis at
That's-
that point, gloves aren't going to make a difference. Like, you're already eating
Right.
cows and
That
or
just looks
sheep's
like-
intestines or whatever it is. But
Yeah, haggis just looks like it smells bad.
I'm sure
it looks
does.
like it's decayed.
Yeah,
What exactly is in haggis?
everything.
Yeah,
It's
like-
a sheep's intestines, right?
it's organs inside of like an intestine, like inside of a stomach, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh God, can you imagine what the lunchroom break room would smell like if you tossed that bitch in the microwave?
Ew. Ew.
And it popped open like an old hot dog.
Okay.
Oh damn!
Haggis is a savory pudding
Ain't
containing
nothing savory
sheep's-
about haggis, all right?
Pudding?
sheep's pluck. Don't know what that is.
What the fuck is a sheep's pluck?
No idea. Sheep's pluck minced with onion, oatmeal, suet, no idea, spices and salt mixed with stock and cooked while traditionally encased in the animal's stomach
All
through
right,
an
that's
artificial
man.
casing.
That makes sense then. I was
I
like, I could have swore because he like specifically explained it, but I was like, I remember that they was talking about it in
No,
the
they
stomach.
didn't.
They didn't explain it. I could have
No,
sworn that
he
was.
just said, "Give me some haggis," and she hands him a chunk
Yeah,
of gray meat.
Yeah, no, it was
yeah.
like a log of it.
1975 for one haggis.
It's like Braunschweiger for Scottish.
Yeah, it's like a log of grayness.
And
Ugh.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fat kid that likes food, but there is nothing about that description that makes me want to even
Not
think
at
about
all.
consuming
I
Not
a
at
have
all.
haggis.
put some fairly questionable things in my mouth, and that would not be one of them.
Tip your waitress. Try the veal.
Oh my god! And at the end of the
I
day,
am not my wise decision making.
like she just said 10 minutes ago, she's completely fucking sober too, people.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm right there with you. Anyway,
yeah.
So, all right. So, I want to thank everybody for being here each and every week. All the listeners, you guys are fucking awesome. Always, first and foremost, we have to thank Harvey for selecting this amazing fucking movie for us to watch
Thank you for
and
being
review. This
born,
was
Harvey.
Yay!
exactly.
congratulations on
Or-
exiting your mother's vagina.
And also remember, if you were breech, you used to wear your mother like a hat.
Oh my god.
I once drove through 7 states wearing a woman's head as a hat.
Oh my.
Oh god. So many freaking rabbit holes right now. But yes, happy birthday, Harvey. We appreciate you and everything that you do for all of us. Obviously, thank you, Chancy, for popping in after you got off work tonight.
Thanks for coming, Prez.
That was a nice, pleasant surprise that I was welcome and ready to deliver to Harvey for his birthday. So,
Yay.
you fucking rock. And obviously, thank you to my co-host as well. I can't do the show. Let's be honest. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Me doing this solo is not as much fun as me having somebody here to banter back and forth with. So,
We bring the
Oh.
shenanigans.
a lot of
It's the
shenanigans.
shenanigans.
So,
Trademark 2023.
yeah. Before we get out of here, obviously, Harvey, would you like to shamelessly plug anything you've got coming up on your 17 podcasts or
17 podcasts. Well,
whatever? The floor is yours to speak on whatever you want to speak on tonight. So,
cool. Well, first of all, thanks for doing an episode of my choosing. I love podcasting with my crew here. This was fun to do, fun to talk about, good memory to just kind of harken back to. I'm going to go probably watch this movie again sometime tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for having me, Kasey and Amanda, Shana Banana, and El Presidente. Thanks for taking some time after work to come through and hang out. I appreciate it. This is fun. This is the very few times do I get to really have fun. I got 8,000 kids, as y'all know. So I'm always watching them. But when I get to have some fun, the most fun I have, aside from being with my wife, it is with you guys. So thank you for giving me your time.
This is the most fun you have with your pants on.
With my pants, on. Who says I've got pants on right now?
We don't know.
Y'all don't know. So the camera only goes this high. Don't worry about
oh, damn. No.
He could be dick hanging right now. We have no idea.
We do not need a second penis on the screen right now.
Or do we?
No.
Oh my God. On that note, this was fun. I enjoyed it. Thanks for having me for my birthday episode. Yay. So,
love you, Harvey. Happy birthday.
Thank you. It's my birthday, so I'm not promoting podcast. This is just going to be thank you, everybody, for wishing me a happy birthday, and this was fun.
Say it's your birthday.
I think that's actually a kind of genius idea. Let's just celebrate the Harvey, and we'll go around and not shamelessly plug any of our shows and round up last-minute birthday wishes for Harvey, and then we'll peace out of here, and we'll get this episode dropped on the 29th and be good to go. Chancy?
I wasn't I wasn't going to like not be here. That was just not going to happen. I mean, I heard about this thing. I was like, dude, I got to get in on this. And then he's like, well, you know, we do this. And it's like, yes. Oh my God, yes. And then I was like, hey, man, delay talking about the dad as long as possible. I can come in hot. Now to settle the whole, I got this whole pan thing going here. Harvey, cartwheel exit stage left.
No.
Let's go up and diagonal, Amanda.
Yeah, Harvey, I love you so much. You're my favorite, one of my favorite sexual chocolates.
Nice.
I better not prioritize you over some other people, but also you are one of my favorites, and you're the best. I hope you have a great birthday. I'm so glad we got to do this, and enjoy your time with your wife and your family, and let's do more of these episodes. And sexual chocolate.
Thank you, Amanda.
And Shana Banana.
Well, I'm just going to say that I hope that you enjoy your birthday, and I hope that you lovingly encase your AARP membership card in laminate, and may your membership be fruitful and long.
Hey, once you're on Medicare for life. So something to look forward
Pretty
to.
much.
Thank you, Shana.
So much excitement over Medicare. But yeah,
We're
definitely.
already getting those notices in our household. I got like 3 for George the other day, and he's 2 years younger than me.
Well, maybe it's time for you to ship George off to an active adult.
Yeah, y'all can take him.
I like to sign people up for Scientology brochures.
I swear to God, if I get anything from the church, if I get anything from that damn church, Shana, I'm coming after you.
I have signed people up in my life that I don't care for emails of the political parties they don't care for. Anyway.
I signed my friend. I did sign one of my friends up for the Dildo of the Month Club.
Oh,
and it's just an empty box that gets put on her doorstep once a month.
Why did you sign me up? Oh, it's empty box? You're an asshole.
It's just for ridicule purposes. Like her husband, like, it cracks me up because one time she showed me a butt plug and it was like super hardcore and it fell on the floor and her husband came upstairs because he thought someone fell.
Oh my God. So you paid to send her an empty box? I feel like you're not winning.
Well, she just tuck them under her bed and then they just sit there forever.
Oh, that's sad.
Reeling it back in, added a rabbit hole, peoples. So, but yes, definitely, as always, happy birthday, Harvey. Thank you for being the glue that holds all of us together. We're all the glue in our own special way, but you are amazing, and you are definitely for life.
You're the dad.
And, yeah, and by the way, the 18 kids, that's Carissa's kids. That's not your kids. So,
yeah, fuck them kids.
I'm just watching them.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah,
all right.
Carissa's out careening all over around the world, and you're sitting at home.
Yeah, she's probably about to call you while she's eating ceviche because she's in Peru. So good for her.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for listening, for watching, and for voting on all of our stuff. And thank you for wishing a happy birthday to Harvey. And we hope you all come back for an evening at the movies. Goodbye.
Goodbye.